Hello, kids. It's me again. Yeah, my name is Robin Graves. This is the world according to Graves. We're going to continue today, but first, I want to get this out of the way. Michael, this is for you. Here we go. The Last Witch Hunter. It blows dog. God, it sucks. And let me get a little sippage here going for you guys. Make sure my voice is kind of clear. I've been having some voice troubles here lately. Lack of sleep and wow, this is not bad. What is this? Izzy, whatever it is, Izzy sparkling juice. That's actually pretty good, guys. Whoever owns that company, you owe me $1. Anyway, let me get this straight. All right, kids. We're going to continue today. I think this may be the last part of the series. Things that piss me off. There's just way too much shit out there that does piss me off. Honestly, there's too much stupidity. My biggest pet peeve is stupid. And believe me, I'm seeing a lot of it happening. Let's get my notes here ready. Yes, look at this hand. You don't see what this hand's doing. Little Penn and Teller there for you. Um, I've read here recently this past week. Barack Obama is taking. He's going and talking shit about how nobody's giving him the credit for the economy being on an upswing when he was president. Honestly, our GDP was 1.6 at the best. As soon as Trump was elected, in fact, the day he was, first 24 hours he was actually elected, knowing that Hillary wasn't going to be involved, it seems our stock market shot up. The economy was getting better within minutes of him being elected. Obama claims that nobody's giving him credit for what he did, that he did this. Well, I've got to say right now, our economy, last time I checked, our GDP, instead of being the 1.6 under Obama's reign, it is now a 4.1 last I looked. And believe me, I don't look at the news a whole lot anymore. I'm, mainstream news. I'm too busy researching a lot of things. This is breeding season for the snakes, so I'm researching possibilities, for pairings. But in 18 months, not even 2 years, not quite 2 years yet, it's gone from 1.6 to 4.1. That's the highest it's been in, I've got to say, several presidential terms, encompassing several presidents. I'm sitting here watching businesses take off. My home has increased in value by about, if I've got the math completely right, almost $50,000. I have equity. Holy sheep shit, Bartman. Yeah, right now, I'm living in a high rent neighborhood now. My next house next door is now going for rent for $1,250 a month. Yeah, that's kind of scary. That in just that short a time, that there have been improvements like that. I'm seeing new businesses being built, new neighborhoods being built. Atlanta likes its pocket neighborhoods, and it seems they're building everywhere now. I can't believe it now. It's amazing. This is what it was like for me in the '80s, looking at things when Reagan took over. But this is even better because we are prospering as a people. It's not this whole. Well, it seems that both parents have to work. The kids are now generation of latchkey kids. Instead of being a generation of latchkey kids, we're turning into a generation of idiots. Yeah. But I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. All this improvement. And I have one thing to say. Barry, Mr. Soetoro, Barack Obama, whatever the hell your name is, you didn't build this. So, anyway, this goes into, like I said, I was going to go to the millennial mentality. I ran across a story here today. It's something that happened, if I look at my dates here. Oh shit, it happened, earlier this year. Uh, everybody knows that millennials have a hard time growing up. Even after 2, 4, 6 years of college, they're not they're not really ready to be an adult yet. They've had everything in the world handed to them, and they think that that's the way it should be. They should get everything in the world they want immediately. It's an entire generation of people that think that their satisfaction should be immediate. Nobody should have to work for anything. They should have all own. This is the people that voted for Bernie Sanders. They're screaming they want socialism. They have no clue. They think they're going to get everything they want immediately. They don't have to work or anything, which is partially true. They won't have to work. The state will take care of them. They'll be poor as the rest of us. But I have a son myself who's 25 years old. We're estranged. We don't speak anymore. He believes everything should be handed to him. He should have everything given to him. I've worked for everything in my, that I've ever had. I've had a pretty good career. I worked very hard for what I have. My parents worked very hard for what they had. Their parents come from dirt poverty in Germany and Scotland. Immigrated here to the United States back in the early 1900s. So don't tell me I'm against immigration, you SJW assholes. I'm against the illegal immigration. My grandparents came here through Ellis Island. Okay? They came here illegally. They came here and embraced the American flag, the American ideal, and working to have whatever you have, whatever you want. Go out and work for it. So, but I'm digressing again. I'm sorry, folks. This kid, what was his name? Michael J. Rotondo was 30 years old, still living at home. His parents did everything they could to make him leave, even offered him $1,100 for his first month's rent. He still refused. They had to go and start eviction proceedings to get him out because, you live someplace for a while. You have to be evicted legally. They can't just throw you out on the streets one day. They gave him 30 days to get his own place. This asshole pleaded in court why he should have to live with his parents, why he should still be living there. One of his excuses is, well, I don't cost them any money in food and I do my own laundry. Yeah, okay, cool. But that's your parents' washer and dryer. They're the ones paying for the electricity, the water, paying for the electricity for your refrigerator for you to store your food in. I think you owe them a little bit. I have this guy in Heavener, Oklahoma that I know named Mark DeHart. I want to mention his name because he can't deny this happened. I hope he does. God, I hope he does. Who was married to this one girl and living in his parents' house. Well, actually, the half of the house his grandmother lived in. He couldn't wait for her to die so he could move in. He bragged to me about it. As soon as she said, I'm moving in. Moved in after she died. Lived there rent-free. Utilities were free. Food was free. This guy's money went and bought video games and new TVs. I mean, it was ridiculous. When he got his income tax in, I couldn't believe this asshole got $5,000 in income tax plus, $5,000 plus in income taxes in. And his father told him it would be nice if he paid $1,000, since he's lived there for 2 years rent-free. Him and his wife threw a shit fit. Yeah, they said, well, we don't owe you any money. We shouldn't have to pay you anything. We're not going to pay you. This is your typical millennial bullshit. They're the ones who are running around acting like the world owes them something. They'll go to college, get indoctrinated, think they're socialists, think they're, how capitalism's horrible, because in capitalism you have to work for a living. And if you don't have the qualifications to do a job you want, then you don't get it. Capitalism rewards people for their excellence. It makes people have to strive harder, where the strong survive. I admit, there's a lot of us out here who can't make it very well because, well, you got something wrong with you. You physically, mentally, emotionally, you're just totally unable to deal with things. I myself have heart disease. I'm not able to work, and I'm fighting for my disability. It's ridiculous having to fight these people to get something that's mine. I paid into it my entire life. My entire adult life, I paid into it, and I've got to fight to get it. But the guy next door who doesn't want to work for a living. This is a true story too. Raymond and Vicky Stinson, who used to live next door to me. They weren't Caucasian. He was an idiot. She was ghetto to the extreme. Both decided they didn't want to work anymore. Got disability like that. They told me how they're going to fake it and how they get it because of the color of their skin. Yeah, that's what these SJWs and millennials are doing to anybody. That's not black or Hispanic or Asian or anything other than white. If you're white, especially a white male in this country, you're still treated pretty badly because of the institutional restraints to keep you that way. Anyway, I'm digressing again, but it does kind of lead into some things, especially Barack Obama, taking credit for it. And the next person I want to talk to, what reminds me, Barack Obama leads me to this subject: Maxine Waters, Mad Maxine Waters. Hey, Maxine, I hope you see this. James Brown wants his white woman wig back. Jeez, and they talked about how we culturally appropriate things. Yeah, whatever. Maxine Waters lives in Beverly Hills. Her and her husband live in a multi-million-dollar home. They have a wall around their home. They have private security. She's not even living in the district she's representing. The district she's representing, massive amounts of poverty, homelessness, crime everywhere. And all she talks about, we need more programs. We need more programs. No, we need somebody who will do something besides vote on the name of a post office. That's pretty much all she's done her entire career. She's not helped her area. And then she turns around and declares for her followers to harass anybody on Trump's staff, which is expanded to anybody who's not of the Democrat Party. She's actually calling for public discord, public, crime by her followers, by her people, her voters. And it's not just black people, folks. Oh no, I've seen in the crowds, newscasts, everything. A lot of white people don't believe her bullshit. She will shovel up an entire course of bullshit in her speeches. Every time I've listened to her, all I've heard is impeach, 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 impeach 45. She was asked one time, asked in an interview, if you were president, what would be your first act? I'd impeach Trump. She's too stupid to realize that if she was president, Trump wouldn't be. She's an idiot. God. Trump told her to, he's going to order an IQ test for her. She threw a fit because how dare a white man make me have to pee in a cup? Think about that, folks. Think about it. I'll say it again. How dare a white man make me pee in a cup for an IQ test? Yeah. Anyway, they're always talking about socialism, how they want America to become socialist. We bring up Venezuela, what happens to a socialist country, like Venezuela. If any of you who don't know, it's bad there. Dear God. Inflation is 1,000,000% right now. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating here. I may exaggerate a few numbers here and there, but I'm telling you the God's honest truth on this. Inflation is 1,000,000%. Do you know what that means? If this is inflation that was just as bad, if not worse, as pre-World War II Germany, it's not $1 or 1 mark or whatever their currency is, in a country that's got this bad inflation. It's not just one. Let's say it's in America, just for simplicity's sake. What cost you $1 a few weeks ago now costs you a wheelbarrow full. Not just how many dollars, but how much weight that paper is. Yes, these people are paying for things by the pound of paper. There's no work there. There's plenty of crime. There's plenty of riots. Plenty of people starving. They're eating dogs there now. I don't know about you, but Rover just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. But that's what it's turned into. Now, you mentioned this to a socialist. They start saying, well, we want it like Finland. Let me explain that. Let me explain Finland to you SJW socialist assholes out there. Finland has maybe 10 million people. 10 million, that's it. Finland is a kingdom, pretty much. It's a monarchy. It's ran as such. All right, they have 10 million people there. A lot of these, a lot of what goes on there is due to the money that the country has had in the past. They have plenty of money. It's not going to last forever. Now, America has 350 million. The socialism that these people want, they're saying, well, we just want free education and free medical. Socialized medicine doesn't work. Obamacare proved that. There are those of us like me, for the bronze plan, we're going to be paying over $800 a month. And then a lot of hospitals, a lot of doctors wouldn't accept it. It's the only way you could ever get, excuse me, my nose is itching, I have allergies really bad. The only way you could get any help under the Obamacare is if you have the gold plan, possibly the silver. If you have the bronze plan, you're up shit creek. Because then, with my problems, my health problems, I have chronic heart failure. Okay? On top of diabetes, type 2 diabetes, with that also. That equals an autoimmune disease. That's not, the combination of those two is not something you want to play with. It's not funny. But with the problems I have, I need a doctor, an actual real hospital, a lot of times. With the bronze plan, I might get to go to urgent care. It'll cover urgent care. That's it. At $800 a month with a $5,000 copay. All right, I've got to spend $5,000 before the Obamacare covered a penny. Then what's the fucking use of having insurance if it won't pay anything? The reason you got to have insurance is to cover your medical bills because you can't afford them. Can you afford $5,000? Can you? No. Obamacare was socialized medicine. It was an experiment in socialized medicine. It failed. It failed big time. I want to expand on this a little bit. I've had a lot of people on the left tell me, well, it was to get away from insurance companies. Who the hell do you think covered it? Who the hell do you think had, instituted it? It was insurance companies. You want to get rid of insurance companies by paying insurance companies and making them exist? Yes. That makes a lot of damn sense, people. Obamacare failed. Now, you want socialized medicine. You want to model the country, America, after Finland. Won't work. America's not Finland. America has 350 million people in it. You said, well, highways are socialist. No, highways are not socialist. Highways were around long before socialism. Go take a look at Europe. All right. They had highways. They had King's Roads. Those were the highways. Taxes paid for those. That's not socialism. That's infrastructure. Get your facts straight. You say you want a free education for everybody. Okay, let's take a look at all of this. You're going to end up with all these high school dropouts, which getting into college for a lot of these high school dropouts and for anybody who's non-male Caucasian is really low. Where I've got to be up here to pass to get into a university. The people that live next door because they're not male and not Caucasian, the bar is here. They'd rather have non-white people in colleges than they would white people. Because these people will drop out left and right to bring in, and they've already got their money, so what's the use of keeping them in there? They've already got their money. They'll put new people in and get their money too. That's all kind of university is. Universities, yeah. So what do you think? You want to go to university for free? Where do you want to go? Fucking Harvard, Yale, become a lawyer? Yeah, okay. We've got too many lawyers as it is, and I'm sitting here like, what's his nuts? Oh well. Anyway, yeah, Finland is socialist programs like in Finland work with smaller um, societies, smaller amounts of people in the country. America has 350 million. We're struggling right now with what there is going out to these people that's governments done by the government. You might want a larger government. I don't want to pay for it myself. I paid enough in taxes. Um, you throw in a fit, because people like me are stopping you from having your socialist utopia here in America, and millions of people are dying, according to Nancy Pelosi. Um, Actually, there were more people dying under Obamacare than there was before Obamacare. People are paying all this money, having set on waiting lists, and not being able to see the doctors they needed. We were promised by Rat Case Obama, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. No, that's not the way it turned out. So, yeah, socialized medicine here in America failed. Now you want free education, it's going to fail too. Speaking of education, I'm going to go up on a tangent here. Excuse me. Let me get a drink here. My voice is starting to go. A lot of you are going to sit here and tell me how I'm a racist for saying this, which means I'm right. Talking about universities, colleges. Um, if there was a totally white college, what would happen? What would happen? Anytime there's a totally white or totally male anything, what happens? Well, we have totally black colleges. Don't tell me we don't. We have one here in Atlanta. Google it. You'll find it. We have totally black publications, totally black TV shows, totally black TV networks, BET. MTV is pretty much that way. Well, no, not anymore. They're totally millennial. Um, there's totally black uh, areas, totally black clubs, totally black bars, totally black churches. Can't have a totally white anything. And they're talking about white privilege. That's why. Because the saying totally white anything is racist. It's all white privilege this, white privilege that, white privilege the other. Do you know who is a smaller percentage of the population in America? Who outdoes everybody? Asians. Why don't you yell yellow privilege or Asian privilege? No, you won't, because you don't get paid for that. That doesn't get you the money you want. You blame white people for everything. You won't let white people have anything. It's got to be a totally black, but can't have a totally white. I'm surprised you allow there to be totally Jew synagogues in this country. But anyway, going on to the next thing. A lot of these people who are all for any kind of minority and go out of their way to help every minority, they do a thing that's called virtue signaling. Let me read a definition of virtue signaling. It's a form of badness where you spend so much time virtue signaling your concerns for the human rights of people who hate and will destroy and will never respect you. Then you forget about the human rights of those of your own people. Yes, we have that happening all the time here. Holy sheep shit, fart man. Let's talk about feminists and their allies. You know, the guys, the soy boys, the ones that are real feminine looking guys, the ones that have no muscle structure, the ones who have the perpetually weird smile, the ones who drink their soy lattes. Yeah, well, that's those people are the ones who are virtue signaling the feminists. They're forgetting what it's like to be a guy. Do you know that me being a guy, not only is that bad, but me having facial hair proves my toxic masculinity. I thought the long hair would help out. No, but this whole toxic masculinity thing, it's stupid. It's fucking dumb. They are down on me. They don't want me or anything. because I'm a horrible person. I'm a misogynist and sexist because I tell the truth. But they'll go for any little soy boy over here, but then they won't have anything to do with them. These feminists will run to the arms of some Muslim someplace, a totally masculine, totalitarian philosophy, and they'll run to them and talk about how, oh, well, they're all about feminism. Yeah, look at, they're letting these women wear their hijabs because that's a sign of them being women. Their feminism is showing. Really? Do you know back in their home countries, these women have to wear these hijabs, otherwise they're beaten, stoned to death, executed, beheaded in honor killings? Yeah, that's a real feminist society. Yeah, that's another idiot move these people have made. Another one is something called incel. Uh, these people who are involuntarily celibate because women won't have anything to do with them. I've heard interviews of guys saying, "Well, I've been turned down by 3,000 women." Yay! Holy shit, you got a record, asshole. Be proud of it. But you turn around, you see these people that they're incels, involuntarily celibate. They're turning militant against everybody. They don't get laid. They get mad. They hate everybody. Every woman out there is a whore and ignores them and is a cock tease. While this woman is a feminist also. See, feminism has bred this. Feminism has made men degrade themselves to the point where they feel useless. And women wonder why guys won't date them anymore. Guys don't want to get married. Guys don't want to date anything anymore. They don't want relationships. We're afraid of what will happen. Look at the Me Too movement. Yeah, it's a great thing. It was. The idea was a good thing. Then I found out that a majority of the women there were never raped, period. They were just making it up so they can have some attention and get their boyfriend they got pissed off at in trouble. Yeah, that's what exactly has been going on. These incels are actually, I kind of take up for them a little bit. I kind of feel sorry for these guys a little bit. Um, Feminists have said that they're a bigger threat to women than terrorist groups are, than ISIS. Truth is, I don't think a couple of hundred posts on Twitter compares to anything ISIS has done. These women have decided to start this whole being stronger than they should be, than the next person. Let me put it that way. But stronger than the next person, pulling this whole feminist bullshit out of their ass and running guys down. And these guys have turned insane. Congratulations. That's another thing you people have done. So, militant virgins. What are we coming up with next? What's going to happen next? We have militant black people, militant Muslims, militant virgin males. I feel like I'm living in a Judge Dredd comic, okay? This is getting weird. But, hey, look, guys, before I go, I want to explain a few things. I had somebody tell me that they don't understand why I'm doing this, why I'm doing these videos. Anybody who's followed me over the years on Facebook and other social media, you guys have seen my rants. You've seen me ranting. I'm not afraid to talk about the elephant in the room. In fact, I kind of really, I'm really good at it. A good friend of mine, I think this guy is family to me, Mr. KT Nyman. He's my de facto producer. He's what gave me the idea to do this. He's got a lot of time in doing voiceover work, being an MC, DJ, everything. This guy's done it all, and he's the one who kind of gave me ideas for this. I've got some of his recordings, intros and outros that are going to be starting being used pretty soon. I got some good ones that are hilarious. I try to tell you guys what's going on, not because I'm trying to force my beliefs on you. That is not something I'm about. I'm not going to force my beliefs. I don't talk about my religion to anybody. I'm Buddhist. Very devout. I actually took a vow of humility several years ago. God, decades ago that I still take very seriously to this day. I don't talk about my personal life a whole lot. I try not to. Uh, One of the reasons these have been late is not because of laziness, it's because either I'm having to help somebody with something or something's happening in my personal life. Right now I'm going through something I don't wish on my worst enemy. Um, it's going to be a lot of fallout from this. It's not going to affect this. It's not going to talk about here. If you know me, I'm talking to you the past several days, and you know me, you know what's going on. Um, but I'm doing this pretty much because I'm tired of ranting and nobody noticing. I can do one video, post it on YouTube, and I can turn on or repost it on 5 different social media sites instead of having to do the whole rant, which, believe me, man, they've gotten pretty long before. And I think I'm losing people because of their length. I've been thrown off Facebook so many times, dear God, all because I told the truth. And Mr. Nyman told me, let's do it like this. I think you're going to enjoy it. You know, I get death threats. Wow. Holy crap. And I get a lot of good mail from people out there. And, I'm really proud of the people who do follow me. I think the last time I looked, I had 21 subscribers. And in YouTube land, the more subscribers you have, the bigger your penis is. Right now, I've got a Japanese rice dick. Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be racist. Get a grip, man. It's humor. Shit. Yeah, sometimes I throw a little humor in here. Sometimes I throw a little bit of my anger in here. I would honestly say everything that's going on in these videos is exactly what's going on inside my head at the time. I try to make them at least 30 minutes. I'm a few minutes over this time. Sometimes I can do about 15 minutes. It depends on the amount of time I have available to me. I would love to do an hour, 2 hours. But with everything going on, I don't have time for the research. I don't have time to sit down here and do all this. No, I don't edit anything. This is as it happens. This, I don't want to edit anything out. I might screw it up. But this is exactly me. This is what's going on. Those out there think that my life is so exciting. No, I'm boring in real life out here. This is it, man. This is excitement for me. This is as exciting as I get. But anyway, look, guys. I'm doing this to make you guys think. The whole thing on Facebook from 2010 when I first got on. All of this has been for you guys to think on your own. Don't let the media tell you what to think. Don't let this group over here tell you that, well, if you don't think like us, you're a weenie. I'm the biggest fucking weenie there is. I think for myself. That's all I want anybody else to do is think for themselves. Take what I say. If you don't believe what I say, research it and make up your own minds. Read between the lines when you research anything, though. Because everybody out there has got their own agenda, and you're just a pawn. They will use you, and when you're no longer able to be used, they'll toss you away. They'll forget you exist. But anyway, guys, look, I'm at 33 minutes, almost 34. I need to get this put online, and I'll tell you what, I'll see you next week. I promise you I will see you next Friday at the latest. I got something special. I got some news. Something's in the works. And I think we're going to have a good time. You guys take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. All right? Take care.